Behind these walls is where I found freedom. I spent over 2,000 days in prison, learning more about myself in this life than I ever could have thought possible.
Just behind these walls, I spent 17,520 hours changing my life. And when I teamed up with Sean, it was to change 1 billion lives for the better. Join us today and level up and become the architect of your greatest life.
What's up, fellas and ladies? As I've come to realize, there's plenty of fantastic females on this channel. So I'm going to start with what's going on, friends. How's everybody? Okay, I got to start with a thank you. That financial video that I put out last time on how to turn 1,000 into 1,000,000 has just blown me away. The results, the feedback, the kind words. Honestly, this is the stuff that I live for. And so I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue down this path of giving you guys the game and the secrets and a tangible tip. This is the thing that I love. And you guys know, if you see my other videos, I get super fired up because I can't stand all of these, what I call basement dwellers, living from their mom's basement, sucking off their, never mind. And so all of those cats who have a program that they don't subscribe to, that stuff pisses me off. So I want to make sure here on the Convicted Mindset channel via Fresh Out that we're giving you value and we're giving you tangible steps. So today's episode, how do I make 10 grand a year on my car? There it is, folks. Simple. Ready? Here it comes. All right. There is a microeconomy that's happening out there. I call it a microeconomy because you hear all these jobs numbers, you hear all these reports, payroll reports, you hear all these buzzwords on the TV during the news cycles that are talking about workers. But what they're not telling you is the thousands of people that left their job, their W-2 employed job, to go and work elsewhere. They've now gone to Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Turo. They've started a personal training business, an esthetician's business, a massage therapy business, a personal training business. All of the micro industries that have resulted from COVID, the pandemic, the big movement, the exodus out of some of the major metropolitan cities to other smaller cities that are easier to navigate, simpler, better qualities of life. Those people are no longer on payroll. And so it looks like there's this decline. So I'm going to show you now where a lot of that decline, maybe not a lot, but a little of that decline has gone. And all of us are familiar with the car apps, like the Ubers and the Lyft. If you're not familiar with those, I apologize. You've been under a rock and I'm sorry, or maybe you're fresh out. Uber and Lyft is a way for you to order a vehicle to take you from point A to point B. Think of it as a 21st century taxi cab. It's operated by an individual. It's typically that individual's car, or they've rented that car, but that individual's taking you from point A to point B, and you're giving them a set fare and a tip typically. All right. Now, what isn't told is some of the underground car rental programs that are out there that my friends, my acquaintances are making a ton of money off of. I was speaking at a community college, and I had a gal come up to me and she said, "I'd really love for you to talk to my husband." And as I got to know her and I got to know why she wanted me to talk to her husband has 7 vehicles that he has on Turo. This guy's making almost $150,000 a year on Turo. Blew me away. Blew me away. I've used Turo when I've traveled for extensive periods of time instead of going from a car rental company, but I did not think of the different opportunity there. Instead of using it, perhaps I need to be producing. Okay. Are you consuming or are you providing? Now, how do I do that? Very simple. This website here, Turo.com, Turo.com is where you go to get started. Now, you can go on there. There's a little button on there. Click how to become a host. All right. It will walk you through the metrics on the website. It will tell you that one vehicle with just one car, you can make $1,000 a month. You're not driving it. Okay? This is where the game change happens. The shift in mindset needs to take place. If you're working at your desk 9 to 5, why is your vehicle in the garage? If you don't work and don't have to commute, why is your vehicle on the street? You see, this is an opportunity for you to use your vehicle as an asset. The vehicle that's probably costing you a couple hundred or a few $100s a month, now you can flip that and you can make that payment and also get some income. All right? All of our vehicles that are sitting in the driveway, in the garage, in the parkway, on the street, during work hours, whatever it might be, we're talking money that can be made while you're sitting and sleeping and enjoying life. And think about it. Do you really need your vehicle if you've moved to a smaller city? Do you really need your vehicle to get you from point A to point B? Or could you make so much money in Turo that your car's rented out daily and now you're ordering Ubers and Lyfts to get around town? And if you live in a major metro like Los Angeles and Miami and in New York, most likely you've got some sort of an electric scooter. That's the truth, because it's easier to get around on the Bird or the scooter or whatever it might be than it is to find a parking spot in Santa Monica and pay $6 an hour. It becomes a 12-hour lunch pretty quickly. Trust me. So that being said, Turo.com, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be your next best friend of income, passive income. Everybody throws out that term, passive income. I don't know what passive income means to most people, but it's not passive. Nothing is passive. Everything requires energy. And if you get to the point where you just have mailbox money, then you busted your ass to get to the mailbox money. So it wasn't passive. Now, Turo is as close to passive and hands-off as we're going to get. Turo allows you to go Turo.com, upload your vehicle, put in your insurance information so that they can make sure that the car is properly insured, and put your rental rates. Most people are renting their car out for $1,000 a month at 2.5 days a week. Do the math on that. I don't need to rent it out 7 days, 5 days, all the time. I can rent it out part-time and still cover my monthly payment and make a little bit of income. Now, I would suggest that you start to do some research. As Lyft drivers and Uber drivers have done, what's the best car that's going to be used on Turo? Start to look in your area. If you're on the coast, if you're in the Florida, if you're in the Panhandle, if you're near the water, you're probably going to want a larger vehicle because most of the time people that travel to those areas are going to come in 4s and 5s and 6s, typically families or friends that are coming together. If you're in a tiny, smaller vehicle, where does those vehicles do best? And so I'm telling you that because as you scale this business, there comes a point where the friends that I know that are doing this out of Salt Lake, they're up to 3 vehicles now, and they're actually leasing vehicles from Toyota and putting them into this Turo program. They're leasing these cars for around $300 a month. They're earning about $2,000 a month, and they're taking that net cash flow and investing it into other real estate opportunities with us. Pretty dope setup, I'm not gonna lie. Turo.com. One of the things that's interesting, I'm gonna throw this out there, and okay, you're listening, good. $100,000, 6 figures. You go to Turo.com, it will tell you how to get to 6 figures in cars. Ask yourself a couple questions. Do you think people are gonna stop transporting? Do you think people are going to stop commuting? Do you think people are going to stop renting cars? The answer is no. No. The answer is no. Pay attention, people. The answer is no. You need to be in this industry, and if you're going to go all in, you need to educate yourself on where the industry is going to go. What are the trends that are happening? What are the vehicles that we're using? What's the money that is potentially made here? And I'm talking Turo.com will walk you through how to get to 6 figures a year. Do you know how many people in America make 6 figures? The percentage of Americans that make 6 figures is less than 10%. And you can do it on Turo. Check it out. Second thing that we're going to talk about is called Get Around. Just like it sounds, getaround.com. Get Around is a car sharing company, similar to a Turo, honestly, but Get Around is kind of like the equivalent of the Ubers and the Lyft. There's some subtle nuances. There's a little bit of differences between the two of them. You can share a car, whereas on Turo, you just have a car. So all of these things that are, perhaps new to the space, kind of think of it like an Airbnb. You now have VRBO, Airbnb. You have a couple different options if you're looking to have a car or a house rental program. So you just check them out and make sure that they fit you. Get Around is where I think the opportunity lies because it is so new. And so when you go to getaround.com, it will allow you to become a car sharing entrepreneur. True story. It says it. It's the largest car sharing marketplace, and it will allow you to start a business. So they know that people are business minded who are going on here, who are understanding what they need to do to make money from their cars, and they're going to make money as a business from Get Around. It's pretty amazing, guys. I love this type of stuff. So think of it this way. If your vehicle is sitting for 8 hours a day, it's time to make money on your car. If your house is vacant for any period of time, it's time to make money on your house. It is a groundswell movement that's happening out there in the world. The 9 to 5, the 40 hours for 40 years to get a tiny pension or a small smidgen of a retirement is gone. It's out the window. It's time to be creative. Think of it. If you have great credit, you could go out and purchase or lease 3 cars tomorrow after a little bit of diligence to find out in your city, your state, what's the most needed vehicles. Go find those cars at a discount, at an auction, at Facebook Marketplace, and put them into the car sharing community. You could start tomorrow on your way to get a 6-figure car sharing business. There is going to be some work. You're going to need oil changes. Tires are going to be blown out. You're going to need to make sure that the car looks good, smells good, feels good. All of those things are important when you're running a business. But this is the framework. You don't have to spend thousands on marketing. You don't have to create this ad for people to convert. You don't have to worry about social media giving you a boost. You don't have to do any of it. It's been taken care of. Find yourself in a city, find yourself with a vehicle, and put the vehicle up. Done and done. I'll give you guys some out-of-the-box tips, okay? Let's say you come to me and you say, hey, I don't have any opportunities. I live in a small town in Iowa and nothing's here, but I have a vehicle. Good news for you. Send your vehicle across the country to an individual who's already on Turo and Get Around. Find the individuals that are crushing it in each of these websites. And here's how you do that. When you go to Turo, put in some dates for the weekend. Put in Santa Monica, California. Put in SUV. It'll give you a list of the SUVs that are available for that weekend and their price. Call those people. Reserve that car. Say, hey, I'm just curious how the business is going for you. Would you be interested in my SUV if I sent it to you? I'll take care of the insurance. Turo will take care of the booking. I just know that Santa Monica is a hot spot. Could I throw you 10, 20, 30%? Can we revenue share? Can we joint venture this deal? Now we're talking. Now we're running a business, guys. This is what fires me up. You can, with Get Around and with Turo, literally come into a 6-figure car sharing business over the course of the next 12 months. If you are working on your side hustle, or you're just working a 9 to 5 in the interim, and that 9 to 5 pays you $40,000 or $50,000 a year, you have found yourself making 6 figures a year easily. Easily. These are the nuggets. These are the gems of wisdom. And I need you guys to act upon it. If you have any questions, go to convictedmindset.com. Drop us a line. Let us know how we can help. I can put you in touch with people who are doing this, who are reputable individuals. There's nothing in it for me other than seeing you all succeed. Turo.com, getaround.com, literally wheels on racks. This is a hidden gem to take you, while you work or don't work, to 6 figures a year in passive income. Check it out. Drop us a line. If you're looking for more nuggets like this and you're looking for a community of these types of people, go to convictedmindset.com and sign up for our coaching program. It's $97 a month, and it gives you everything that you need from physical, mental, spiritual, financial, all the blueprints, Plus, you get a weekly call with myself and Sean. We'll walk you through some of the areas that you're stuck in. We'll introduce you to the people who you need in your life, and we'll get you where you need to be. We'll see you soon, friends. I can't wait to hear everybody out there who's crushed this opportunity and in the next year has made $100,000. I hope you're one of them.